Every masterpiece that ever existed began in one place: the mind. Before the world saw light bulbs, airplanes, or skyscrapers, they existed only as fragile images in someone's imagination. And that's the secret few ever understand. Reality is born twice, first in the mind, then in the world. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But let's break that down. Conceive. To imagine it so clearly you can see every detail. Believe. To feel it so deeply that doubt disappears. That's where magic begins, when your imagination and emotions shake hands. The silent power of imagination. Imagine a young man sitting alone in a tiny room. The walls are empty. The rent is due. His future looks like fog. But in his mind, he sees something no one else can see. A company, a dream, a version of himself that's confident, successful, and free. Every night he closes his eyes and visits that world. He sees the office, the team, the success. He feels it, the pride, the peace, the gratitude. And even though his pocket is empty, his mind is full. He's building a life that doesn't exist yet, but soon will. That's what visualization really is. Mental creation. You don't wait for the world to change. You feel the change before it arrives. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It simply acts on what you emotionally believe. When you keep visualizing something until it feels real, your brain begins to accept it as truth. And once it believes, it starts rearranging your habits, decisions, and opportunities to match that new reality. Every building was once just a sketch. Every song was once a soundless rhythm in someone's heart. Every success story began as a vision that no one else understood. The Wright brothers were mocked when they said man could fly. Edison failed more than 1,000 times before the light bulb worked. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. But here's the key. They all saw it first. They visualized it until they could feel it. And then it appeared. They didn't just dream. They believed. Faith is the head chemist of the mind. Once faith joins your imagination, ideas start transforming into action, and action turns into results. Visualization is not just mental, it's emotional. If you simply see success but don't feel it, your subconscious ignores it. Close your eyes and imagine your dream. See it in color. Hear the sounds: applause, laughter, silence, peace. Smell the air. Success has its own scent. Touch it. The steering wheel of your dream car, the warmth of your home, the hand of someone proud of you. Stay there until emotion rises. When your heart starts to race, you're no longer visualizing. You're creating. That's when you move from wanting to becoming. Why most people fail. Most people stop too soon. They visualize once or twice, then give up when life doesn't change instantly. They plant the seed, but never water it. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. Visualization is not wishful thinking. It's daily mental training. You build your inner world so strong that the outer world has no choice but to adjust. If you hold your vision long enough, with belief, emotion, and consistency, you'll watch it appear right before your eyes. Not overnight, but inevitably. The young man in that empty room, he became a millionaire. Not because of luck, but because he lived in his dream long before the world did. He felt it every day until it became him. And once you become something internally, the world has to reflect it externally. So the next time someone calls you crazy for dreaming too big, smile. They laughed at every dreamer before their vision came true. You're not delusional. You're designing. You're not imagining. You're building in advance. Visualize it until you feel it. Then watch it appear. Because the universe doesn't respond to words. It responds to vibration, to emotion, to belief. So keep seeing it. Keep feeling it. Keep acting like it's already yours. The day will come when the dream you've been visiting in your mind will open its door and invite you in. Your subconscious mind acts first on dominating thoughts mixed with emotion and faith. That one line hides a secret most people never realize. The universe doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to what you feel. And what you feel again and again becomes a program inside your subconscious mind. The mind's hidden partner. Think of your mind like an iceberg. The top, your conscious mind, is what you see above the water. Logic, reasoning, decisions. But below the surface lies the massive, invisible power that drives everything. Your subconscious mind. That's where habits, emotions, fears, and beliefs live. It runs 95% of your daily behavior. And here's the truth Hill discovered. Whatever image or thought you repeatedly feed it, especially with emotion, it accepts as truth, no matter whether it's real or not. So when you visualize something over and over again, you're not just imagining, you're reprogramming the deepest layer of your being. Greater than the subconscious mind will translate into reality any thought that is repeatedly impressed upon it with belief. Most people focus only on what they see outside. The lack of money, the rejection, the obstacles, but they forget that the outside world is only a mirror of what's inside. They say, I'll believe it when I see it. Hill flipped it. Greater than you'll see it when you believe it. Your subconscious doesn't care about time or logic. It listens only to repetition and emotion. If you say, I'm broke, I'm tired, I'll never make it, long enough, it becomes your reality. But if you say, I'm growing, I'm capable, I'm destined for more, long enough, the subconscious shifts and life begins to match that inner vibration. Visualization is how you install new programs. Emotion, the key ingredient. Thoughts without emotion are weak. They never reach the subconscious. It's emotion that gives thoughts power. Just like electricity powers a machine. That's why every time you visualize your dream, you must feel it as if it's already true. Smile while imagining it. Cry tears of gratitude as if you already have it. When the heart and the mind finally agree, the universe listens. Because energy moves where emotion flows. Faith is a habit, not a miracle. You build it by repetition, by constantly reminding yourself of your dream until your subconscious accepts it as fact. Faith is developed by affirmations and by the instructions you give to your subconscious mind. So if you want to rewire your destiny, you must talk to yourself daily, deliberately. Speak success into existence. Write your goals every morning as if they're already complete. Read them out loud with feeling. Visualize them before sleep when your subconscious is most open. Do this long enough, and the invisible begins to turn visible. Every major success story follows the same pattern Hill taught. 1. Desire, know what you want. 2. Faith, believe you can have it. 3. Auto-suggestion, repeat and visualize daily. 4. Action, move toward your vision consistently. 5. Persistence, refuse to quit until it becomes real. He saw this pattern repeat in the lives of Ford, Edison, and hundreds of self-made millionaires. They all started poor, but they had one priceless gift: the ability to hold an image in their minds long enough for the world to catch up. Every time you visualize success, your brain strengthens the pathways that lead to confident, goal-driven behavior. You start noticing opportunities you used to ignore. You start meeting the right people. You start taking smarter risks. The world around you begins to bend toward your dominant thoughts. Everything you think, say, and feel emits a vibration. That vibration attracts matching conditions. It's not magic, it's resonance. Like frequencies attract. When you visualize from fear or desperation, you pull in more scarcity. When you visualize with gratitude and faith, you pull in abundance. Greater than your only limitations are those you set up in your own mind. Visualization is not pretending. It's preparing. It's becoming the person who deserves that dream. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe you are. So, visualize it until you feel it, and keep feeling it until it appears. Because once your subconscious accepts it as truth, the universe has no choice but to deliver it. Faith is the head chemist of the mind. When faith is blended with thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration and translates it into its physical equivalent. It sounds poetic, but it's actually the science of success. Faith isn't something you have, it's something you build, and it's built the same way muscles are, through repetition, struggle, and belief in the unseen. The birth of faith. Every dream starts small. A spark, a whisper inside your heart. But that spark is fragile. It can be crushed by fear or self-doubt before it grows. That's why Hill said, "Greater than faith is the only known antidote to failure." Because faith keeps you walking when logic says, stop. Faith makes you rise when the world says, quit. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed over 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. When asked about it, he said, "I didn't fail. I found 10,000 ways that didn't work." That's not luck. That's faith in motion. Faith is not just believing in your dream. It's acting like it's already true, even when the world doesn't see it yet. The law of persistence. Persistence is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. Without persistence, even the strongest dream breaks under pressure. The journey will test you. Rejection, boredom, loneliness, failure. But every test is a question from the universe. How badly do you want it? Those who keep going win. Because the struggle isn't a punishment, it's preparation. The universe doesn't reward the one who starts fastest, it rewards the one who refuses to stop. Why people quit too soon? Most people fail, not because they lack skill, but because they stop believing too early. They look at what's not working instead of trusting what's forming. A seed doesn't grow the moment it's planted. It first builds roots. unseen, silent, deep. Your dream works the same way. Greater than, there is no such thing as something for nothing. Success must be earned. Persistence is that price. And the moment you decide, I will not quit, everything around you begins to bend in your favor. The bridge between dream and reality. Visualization gives your dream form. Faith gives it power. But only action brings it into the physical world. Greater than wishing will not bring riches, but desiring riches with a state of mind that becomes an obsession, then planning definite ways and means to acquire it, and backing those plans with persistence, that will bring riches. In other words, don't just dream, move. Every small step, every attempt, every little effort counts, because motion keeps your subconscious mind aligned with your purpose. The action formula 1. Definite purpose. Know exactly what you want. Don't say, I want success. Say, I will earn $10,000 per month doing work I love. 2. Burning desire. Feel it like it already exists. Let that emotion guide you. 3. Faith. Repeat affirmations. Visualize daily. Replace doubt with gratitude. 4. Consistent action. Move daily, even when motivation is gone. 5. Persistence. Until victory. Ignore time, ignore obstacles. Just keep going. Hill believed anyone who lived by this process could achieve anything. Turning vision into momentum. Every great achievement begins invisibly. You'll work, learn, fail, repeat, and it'll seem like nothing's happening. But inside, everything is happening. Each action strengthens faith. Each repetition builds discipline. Each failure sharpens skill. Then one day you realize the distance between dream and reality quietly disappeared. Hill called this transmutation, the moment thought becomes form. Faith in the face of fear. Fear is man's greatest enemy, but it can be defeated. How? By focusing on faith. Because fear and faith are the same energy, pointed in opposite directions. Fear is belief in the negative. Faith is belief in the positive. So if you can believe in failure before it happens, you can believe in success before it arrives. Greater than whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's not just a quote. It's a law of your subconscious mind. Your faith practice 1. Write your goal clearly. 2. Visualize it daily. 3. Speak faith aloud. 4. Take one step every day. 5. Never quit. Because quitting resets the process, but persistence multiplies it. The alchemy of faith. When faith mixes with desire, you become unstoppable. When that faith turns into action, your dream becomes inevitable. Faith transforms fear into fuel. Action transforms dreams into destiny. So, wake up your inner power. Feed it with persistence. Prove it through daily action. And one day soon, the dream you once imagined will stand in front of you as reality.
For more stories like this and powerful motivational videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update.